to have this later. So good to be with you. My name is Paula Boland, and here we are live. Hopefully we are showing up. I'm looking for us right now. It is Million Dollar Monday, and I'm trying to see if we're on here. If we're on lives, of course, you guys won't be able. Let me see if I can get back on here. So today we're going to talk about, while I look for us being on live, there we are. Hi, everybody. Hi. Now look, this is a very challenging time for people, especially when there's a condition that you're focused on, right? A condition that it's driving you nuts. You're feeling really anxious about it. It's really hard, right? So I want to acknowledge that, and particularly, I'm going to talk today mostly about money. Say hi if you're on the feed with me right now. Hi. I'm going to jump right in, and I want to tell you this is simple, but it is also challenging. So if you'll listen to what I'm saying, I'm going to also post in this feed a very good segment by Abraham Hicks that talks about dealing with this split energy, if you will, dealing with this issue of being afraid, being anxious, having some condition. And today, mostly, I'm going to talk about money. If money is important to you guys and that's a condition you're really struggling right now and maybe overwhelmed with and focused on a lack of money, I'm going to talk to that today. And how do you take this concept of being afraid, being overwhelmed, being scared, and being able to shift it, being able to feel better, being able to get out of anxiety and be able to do something different and receive new information, right? So I want to just acknowledge that this is challenging, and I want you to listen to me and do this formula that I'm going to give you, and try not to argue with me. Because I have good experience with this, very good experience with this, and very good results. And I also have gone the other way with this and have experienced what happens when you don't take the steps to get away from the focus on a condition. So I see that Dawn is on with us, Beverly's on with us, Gina's on with us. Boy, we've got a great house today. You guys say hi to me, please. Say hey in the feed. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me, and can everybody hear me okay? Say hi if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Say hi if you can hear me. Hope you can. It's not going to be good if you can't. I'm going to get back on the feed and see if that's okay. If we cannot hear me, I will I'll send this out to everyone later. Hopefully you can all hear. Okay, yay. Okay, so I hear you saying yes, I can hear you. Yes. Good. Okay, so here we go. Who's worried about money right now? Who's anxious about money? Because I'm going to talk mostly about the condition of money, right? We're not celebrating that. It's challenging. So first of all, the condition that you're worried about and that you're focusing on, we have to get out of focusing on that condition. For that to be something that turns around, that you can turn into something else, you have to stop focusing on that condition. It's sort of like if you've ever hurt your knee, it's hard to do because, and this is an example, I'm going to post the example, the feed by Abraham Hicks about this because she'll back me up on it. But like if you've ever hurt your knee or your foot or your finger or anything like that, you start focusing on the hurt, right? And it's challenging to not think about it. You end up thinking about it a lot. And the unfortunate thing of what happens is the more you think about it, the more you get connected to the hurt and the less you're probably doing and the worse you feel. So this idea is the same with money, with the energy of money, the energy of any other condition. The more you're focused on and afraid of and telling the story about it being bad and it being awful and it's, you're going to lose everything, the more that is likely to happen. This is kind of law of attraction stuff, but if you want to look at in terms of like blessings and energy, this is what happens. Whatever you focus on expands. It is actually a physics issue. And if you watch like little magnetized pieces of metal, and you put a magnet there, they will go toward the magnet because it's being focused in energy. So what we have to do, please listen to me. This is not easy. It is simple, but not easy. And we're all together so we can figure this out together. And I'm here for you. And I'm going to tell you what to do next. Is you have to stop focusing on the problem. Somebody write that down. Stop focusing on the problem. So you thinking about money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, rubbing your hands together, being all afraid, being in anxiety, talking to other people about I'm broke, I don't know what to do, it's all going to go wrong. And you have to stop that. I know you think, Paula, you're freaking crazy, because how can I stop it when it's all going wrong? I've got to think about it. And the answer to that is no, you don't. If you want to change the situation, I'm going to give you the formula. Who's ready to change the situation? Who's ready to do something different with this than you've always done? What you've always done is not working for you because you're still in the place that is happening, okay? So if you're ready to try something new, please type it in, type new, because I'm going to give you the formula. I have been here. I've been here a few times. I've been here with large amounts of money. And I see Beverly's raising her hand. Yes, I've seen Beverly really walking this journey. I have been here with large amounts of money that I received the money. And then I would start saying, I don't know, it's all going to go away. It always goes away. And that's what I would be thinking in my mind. Why does it always go away? Even the amount, even if I won the lottery, it would still go away. And guess what happened? It all went away. And then as it's going away, what am I focusing? What have I in the past focused on is, oh my God, see, it always happens. It always happens. It's kind of like one of those self-fulfilling prophecies, right? So you know how to do this really well. You do it by habit. And since those of you who have said you're ready for something new and you're ready to do it in a different way, you're going to have to discipline yourself. You're going to have to do it on purpose. And this is the challenging part of it, because so many of us are so used to just letting our minds just do whatever they want to do and just going anywhere that we don't manage our thoughts. All right. So this moment forward, if you're one of the people in the feed that said, I'm ready for something new, you got to get ready to discipline yourself. Now do it in love. You don't want to be in more anxiety, like, oh my God, I can't think that. Right. So here's what I want you to do. We're gonna uncondition. So we've got the condition of money, right? Not enough money. And that's what we're talking about. Not enough money. I'm broke. It's going away. All that stuff. Lack. Okay. So what I want you to do, because it's really hard to make yourself think something different and believe something different about money. Money's a big stickler. Money's one of the biggest sticklers there is. I'm going to do actually a training at the end of this month, maybe the beginning of October, about the spirituality money. And I'm going to try to change your perspective on that and teach to you some of the God stuff and the spiritual stuff and all of that, and lay that issue of money down. But for right now, I'm going to teach you what else to do. So we're going to create an uncondition. And what that means is, first, I want you to figure out, okay, we know what's going on, right? We know that you're losing money, to have enough money, maybe you're not paying your bills, maybe whatever. I want you to stop thinking about that. And I want you, first of all, to see what it is you really do want. If you want, $5,000, you want to be a millionaire, and the universe is very capable of giving you what you want. God will bless you. God is abundant. There's money everywhere. There is resources, believe it or not, and it's meant for you. It's the way you're dealing with things right now that's putting up a block. So I want you to know what you want. Somebody type in what you want. And I also want you to know that you are not probably going to change this immediately. Okay, so just accept that. Things are going to start to change because of what I tell you, but because of your thought patterns and what has been going on for so long, it's going to take a minute. All right, because we can't, for many of us, we can't just realize this and then turn it all around. So give yourself some space and know that it's going to get better and better and better. But please don't get into the thing of, oh, it just doesn't work for me. This isn't working. You know, I tried holding my breath and now I have to breathe. And so it doesn't work. Okay. So a $5,000, $5K per week is what Valerie wants. So here's what I want you to do, Valerie, is I want you to write that down somewhere. And I want you to think about like how wonderful that is, like what that'll do for you. Be able to buy things for my kids, be able to pay all my bills, blah, 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 blah. And I want you to just have that. And then I want you to put it away. Okay. We're not going to get, if we stay focused on the money, always on the money, we are going to go down a bad road because we're still staying connected to the condition. So I want you to know what you want. We got a lot of 5Ks per month. I can tell the people that are in Prosper because they're at 25 and they're at 15, they believe. So I want you to just have that. Put it, and before you put it away, write in all the good stuff. So I want you to get in a good space with it. Like it's going to allow me to pay my bills. It's going to allow me to, you know, go take my grandchildren to the Disney World. I'm going to, you know, 5K a month will give you financial freedom. Fine. So write that down, right? So we just want to, and then we're going to like sort of put that in another space. Okay. So in the meantime, while this is, and I told you, this is because of our thought patterns, this is not probably going to change today when you get off of here. It could, it can, but because you're going to bring in the old stuff and get back into it, it's going to take a while. So what we want to do is we want to follow the path of it and we want to create it on purpose. So you know what you want. And you're deciding, you guys already told me you want to do something different. You're ready to do something new with this and quit the stuff you've been doing forever and ever because that's not working. So I want you to leave the condition alone for a while. And I want you to even take it up a notch more and maybe write this on your paper and trust that you do have a God, that it's going to be okay. And I know that trust piece is hard. That's called faith, but bring out all your faith power and just, you know, even if it's like quarter of a faith about it, just put it down. It's going to be okay. All right. And then I want you to put that somewhere else. You know what you want. That's great, but we're going to think about something else. And here's the rub. Now is the time that you've written that down and you know it, that you leave it alone. And this is hard for people to believe because we've been taught, oh, get out there and just work harder, you know, get it worked out, find a dollar. The more you focus on the problem, the bigger the problem comes. So what I want you to do is start to feel better. Oh my God, what does that feel like? I can't possibly feel better, Paula. I owe $10 million. How can I feel better? How dare you tell me to feel better? I want you to feel better. Somebody write down, feel better, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start seeking things that help us feel better, okay? So what are some things that you feel better? Maybe playing with puppies. Puppies for me is good. You know, sitting and thinking about God makes me feel better. And then, you know, don't pull back in. Oh my God, but there's the money. Let me pray for the money. Don't pull that back in. And I want you to just be in the space of on purpose thinking about things that help you feel better. I want you to feel good. Because once you start feeling good on purpose, and remember I said this requires discipline. You're not used to it. You're used to being scared and being anxious and making up the story and living in the story and arguing for your limitations, right? You're used to that. So you're going to have to on purpose make yourself feel better. And don't be thinking that Paula's a maniac. She's crazy. Well, you can be thinking that, but still go feel better. All right. Find ways to feel better and focus on that. Once you get yourself feeling better, you're paving the road for yourself to lift up a bit. And I want you to stay in the state as best as you can of feeling better. Now, if you go back into the, oh my God, it's all going to go to hell and all, just stop yourself. You made a commitment and say, okay, here we are. Let me go back to feeling better. Now, if you're feeling better for a while, what I want you to do is I want you to start to meditate. Have you ever meditated? So this is the way that I want you to start to meditate. I want you to go somewhere quiet, be in comfortable clothes, be totally comfortable. You don't have to sit up totally straight and do the lotus pose or anything like that. Get comfortable and set a timer. If you can't keep your mind's going to wander. You're going to be like, I don't know why this doesn't work, whatever. But I want you to settle in on that God part of yourself, on the part that's really you. You can call it whatever you want to, your higher self, your God self, that piece of you that you have knowing. And I want you to just sit there. Don't try to ask for solutions, anything. I just want you to be. And I want you to be for 15 minutes. Now your mind is going to wander. That's going to happen. Just pull it back. And the way that you can do this a little better is to put on a certain sound, like white noise, something that's boring, something that you're not thinking, oh, that's pretty, or oh, I don't like that, or oh, why is the rain like that way? I want it to be boring, just a sound, something that you're not going to evaluate. But you can go back to being part of that sound and just be for, 5 to 15 minutes. And what will happen over time is you're going to start to carry that feeling with you. And you're going to be on purpose seeking to feel better. Is this already feeling better the way we're talking right now? Somebody tell me if this is feeling better, okay? And I want you, now what you're going to want to do in the middle of this is argue for your limitations, but you don't understand. They're going to turn off all my credit cards. My light bill's going to, if I don't pay attention to it, everything's going to go to hell. I do understand, been there. I even have that argument in myself, right? But I want you to trust me, all right? Start to trust me, go to that special space that is you, and as often as you can, start to feel better. Now, let me listen to this, because you've probably heard this stuff before in sort of like manifesting, or people talking about, how do you get what you want? I want you to feel better, but what's going to start to happen is you're going to have new ideas. This is the great part. This is the part that's starting to turn it for you. Once you get in a better feeling space, when you're meditating, when you're feeling better, and you've accepted that you've got a little bit of it's going to be okay. We've got each other to lean on. Once you get in that space and quit going back to where you always go, the lack, the crazy, the anxiety, and discipline yourself to feel better, for heaven's sakes. Oh, I got to discipline myself to feel better. Suck it up and feel better. Okay. So once you get in that space and you're doing that regularly, you're going to start to have new ideas. And these are going to be divine ideas that come to you, that stuff that just excites you. It'll be an idea that you've never thought of before. It'll be like a thing that is like, oh my gosh, like for instance, today I was meditating this morning and I got this idea right after I was meditating to present the spirituality of money. And it was like so exciting to me. And I wanted to talk with everybody about it. I wanted to, offer it. And then I thought, okay, well, let me present it to the Prosper group and think what they think about it. And they loved it, right? So you'll start to like even feel more better because you got this new idea. Now, what happens during this time, you guys listen to me, is that you'll have this idea. And then what do? You start arguing with it. Oh, that I've never done. I've been in the same position for 30 years. I better not do that. I feel like I'm turning away from it. What will people think? I'm too old. You'll start having all that BS, okay? That you have to ignore. You have to go back to what the idea is and nurture it. So take a step in the direction with that idea. Those of you who had me this morning say, this came to me, I was thinking about this, what do you think? That was me moving forward with this exciting idea that I had and nurturing it along. The next piece and the next piece and the next piece. And then it starts to feel better and better and better and better. And now when you're feeling better and better and better, and you're feeling empowered and you're feeling like, okay, I got this. Now is when every once in a while you can pull out that piece of paper and say, okay, I want $15,000 a month. And this idea is moving me forward, and you can be excited about it. All right. The minute you start going, but how would that ever happen? I don't know, blah, blah, blah. You guys all know that argument, right? Y'all know the limitation argument. I want you to put that back away, and I want you to go feel better. All right. It doesn't matter if you are focused on money to make money happen. What matters is that you're listening to ideas, you're empowering and creating yourself, and you're moving forward to nurture without arguing again with the newness that's coming to you. Does this make sense? Please say yes. If this is exciting, if this is something you think you can do, please say yes. I want to hear what your thoughts about this are. Now, the challenge of it is going to be that you're going to get pulled back into those old stories because they're there, right? You're going to be pulled back into this doesn't work, Paula's full of BS, all of that stuff. And I want you to know that's going to happen. And this is why it's not going to change immediately. If you could just do it, the universe has the resources, God has the resources for you to have this. It's just that we have a process. All right. So I want you to get out of the study of what's going wrong. I want you to leave it alone on purpose. Discipline yourself to do that. I'm summarizing what I've talked about. I want you to know what you do want, and celebrate what all that'll bring you, and get in a better space even about that. Put it away. And then I want you to on purpose feel better. And once you start feeling better, new ideas are going to come to you. They're going to be like, even make you feel even better than better. They're going to be exciting. They're going to be inspiring. Anybody ever have that happen? Like, oh, I love that idea. And then what happens almost always is you start saying, I don't know, how would I do it? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Leave that alone, put that away, and follow the idea, nurture it. All right. What'll happen when you start nurturing and focusing on those pieces that feel good is you're going to get more energy, and you're going to feel better, and you're going to feel more excited. And then every once in a while, your little brain is going to say, yeah, but do you remember about your money? And you're going to go, ah, and then you say, I'm not with this right now. I'm going to feel better. And then your little brain is going to say, yeah, but how can you feel better when you owe everybody money and you might go down the drain? As you feel better and better and better, there's no way that things won't get better. There is absolutely no way, physiologically, emotionally, spiritually, you cannot help but have it get better. You're going to have new ideas. You're going to feel more joy. You're going to sleep at freaking night better. You're going to start leaving behind this mess that you've been living in, this net of mess and lack for years and years and years. Okay. So right now, I want you to make a commitment to do it differently and go down this road. I'm telling you, it works. I've done it the wrong way, and I've done it the right way. And part of the reason that I'm talking to you today is because as I talk about this, it lifts me. And it lifts all of us. The highest energy in the room, the God energy in the room, the love source in the room, what can't help but lift everyone. All right. So it's important for you to get together and be together in these spaces and to be, thinking about these things and to also do it on purpose, right? Do it on purpose. Do something new. All right. Who's committed to doing this? Please say me if you are committed. All right. Now, if you are committed, I love the hearts. Thank you. I love those little kissy hearts. If you're committed to this, I want you, one, to be looking out for the training that I'm going to do later on this month called Spirituality and Money. And I want you to plan absolutely to attend it. All right. It'll be very affordable. I'm going to offer it at half price for all you magical people that are on tonight. And you'll be able to come and be part of that. I want you to be expecting this. Oh, this is another piece. Start to expect it to get better. You lead money. You lead your experience. You lead what's happened to you. And when you start to say, I feel better, I'm going to feel better, I'm seeking to feel better, I'm going to get what I want, how do I embody the person who already has it? You'll get to that level too. I'm going to pretend that I already have it, right? When you get to that space, you are leading the energy in creation, and God loves that. God will bless you like anything. We'll talk about that in the training that I'm going to do in a couple of weeks. It's called Spirituality and Money. I also want you to get into the Abundance Code Activation Program. I'm going to be offering it. We start again in October. I want you right now to go ahead and sign up for it. I'm going to put I don't have anybody right now in the background putting in the links, so I'm going to have to do it when I get done speaking. But I'm going to put in the link for the Abundance Code Activation Program. If you've been through it, come back through it. If you have not, please go ahead and sign up for it, because your commitment is going to lift you as well. So many of you sit in the shit and say to yourself, I'm going to wait until I have the money. Oh, I wish I had the money. Why don't I have the money? But if you would do something different and make a commitment, it changes your energy. It changes you leading the direction. When you make that commitment, do it and feel good. That's an action of feeling good. Commit to be part of this community. Commit to be involved in these trainings that are going to lift you. Commit to be here every Monday as I talk about these things, and keep it in your heart and reflect on it. Oh, I know I got them. Oh, this is good. Does this make sense to you? Because as you commit to leading where you want to go instead of reacting and waiting, your life is going to change. It changes the energy and the expectation. So for a little while, I want you to leave it. I want you to write down what you want, leave it alone, and go feel better. I want you to take those ideas that are exciting to you, post them out here, do whatever, and follow the trail. Don't argue for it. Don't argue with it. Go and nurture it. Feel better, nurture, and get exciting. All right. And that, yes, it's life-changing. Do it, right? I want you to sign up for these trainings. I want you to tell other people. We're going to be stronger together. That is why I have the collective. I want other people to be part of this journey. It is so possible, and we're better together. We're going to hold better energy together. So go feel better. Do it on purpose. Do it right now. Leave the money alone for a little while. You floundering around and being anxious about it is not helping. It is making it worse. Just know that it's gonna be solved. You've got a God, you've got the universe, whatever you call it, and there's plenty there for you. I'm here for you. Be sure that you take care of your system and stop arguing against it. Your brain is going to want to, but you've made the commitment to do something different. So go feel better. Listen to this again. Give me a hashtag replay on this. I want you to listen to this over and over again. And I'm going to post also in the collective, the Abraham Hicks piece, as she says this much more beautifully than I do, and it'll give you more information to think about. But, and meditate, start to meditate and quiet your mind so that your mind that's arguing against everything all the time gets shut down for just a few minutes, and God can blossom in you. The answers can blossom in you. And when those answers come, follow the trail, nurture it. That is a big mistake that I've made many times, as I've been like, oh, that's a great idea. I love that idea. And then I leave it sitting on the table. But I want you to follow the idea, nurture it, check it out with people, and don't let them bull you down, right? Don't check it out with those people. But, say, what do you think? What else? Or, just keep nurturing it yourself. Write about it in a journal. Take some action on it, just a small little action. Start doing it in a different way as the idea comes to you. You're going to continue to feel better and better and better and better as those ideas come, because they're blessed. All right. So, okay, you're going to come to the Spirituality and Money, the event that I'm going to have, the little training. I'm going to give it to you half price. And I want your butt in the Abundance Code activation with me. And I also want those of you who've been through Abundance Code activation to get your butt into Prosper. We have a journey here that we're taking together, and it is blessed. It is part of a whole intuition piece that came to me about how this all fits. And it's the journey of your spirituality and your wholeness first. That's why I'm really spending time on this, so that you can have your wealth and enjoy it and have it with ease. All right. I'm Paula Bullen. I'm a master business and mindset coach. I cannot express to you how much I love you and how important it is that you came and joined me today and listened to me. And I want to hear how that's going for all of you. Know that you're going to have like times where the anxiety still comes. You're doing nothing wrong. You are doing nothing wrong. You are absolutely right. And just continue to discipline yourself to not go down that bad hole that you've been in, because you can get out of it right now. And I've lifted you on purpose out of it. Each and every one of you, unless you're arguing for your limitations right now, and you said you were going to stop that, every one of you have been lifted out energetically right now. So stay in it. Follow the trail, go write about it, meditate about it, like just, celebrate it. I love you too. I love you all very, very much. And we're going to continue on with this. Get your butt in the Spirituality and Money training and the Abundance Code activation. I'll put the link. I don't have the link yet for the Spirituality and Money, but I do have the link for Abundance Code activation. And I want you to commit to it. You're going to lift up when you commit, because you're leading your life. Paula Bullen, Master Business Mindset Coach. Talk to you next week at 6 o'clock. I hope this was helpful. Love you all very much. Watch the replay.